I don't usually do double headers, but a major movie critique site just hit a massive scandal, and I'll tell you all about it. But first, hi, my name is Jacob Berry. Welcome to StudioJake. This is my vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture, from anime to television to film, and so much more. Be sure to like this video, leave me a comment, share it out to all the interwebs, and of course, click that subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscriptions, and once I do, I will do an Ask Me Anything live stream. I don't know why I hesitated there, but I am going to do that. So I would really appreciate it all. I'm over 890, so any and all subs really help me out. All right, diving right into it. And basically what has happened is Rotten Tomatoes has been caught doing the very thing that guys like me and others have been saying they've been doing for years, and that is they're not actually publishing film reviews, that in fact a PR firm is paying them to either downgrade a movie or upgrade a movie depending on what it is. And they have been caught in 4D, and like I said, I have been saying this for years about Rotten Tomatoes. I was laughed at, I was mocked, and turns out, once again, a conspiracy theory that is actually true. So this is from Clownfish TV, which, in full disclosure, I do work for. That being said, I did not write this article. All right. Though I wish I had. A PR firm has been paying critics for Rotten Tomatoes reviews. A story from Vulture, I believe they broke the story, has revealed that a PR firm has been providing financial incentives for critics to write and publish reviews. Said paid reviews would help boost a film's rating on the aggregator site Rotten Tomatoes. It is alleged that Bunker 15 started a campaign in October 2018, that goes back 5 years, and who knows how long they've been doing it, to inflate the score of Daisy Ridley film Ophelia. Very few critical reviews have been published at the time, and the score was below at 50%. According to unnamed critics in the Vulture piece, Bunker 15 was paying $50 a review. That's more than sometimes they make in a newspaper they write for. However, if a critic's article was negative, it could harm the financial viability of a movie. Those reviews would be housed outside of Rotten Tomatoes jurisdiction by way of publishing them on lesser-known blogs. Some manipulation is something we've heard often, but it usually refers to something called review bombing, which is the opposite of what Bunker 15 was doing. Supposedly, Rotten Tomatoes is against writers reviewing based on a financial incentive. However, we'll see what is done about this recent revelation. Vulture's Lane Brown did say she contacted the review aggregator about the PR firm's sneaky tricks. Rotten Tomatoes did two things in response. It removed films that Bunker 15 represented and issued the following statement to writers: "We take the integrity of our scores seriously and do not tolerate any attempts to manipulate them. We have a dedicated team who monitors our platform regularly and thoroughly thoroughly investigates and resolves any suspicious activity." Oh my gosh. Some of the films that fall under the film's umbrella are Burt Reynolds' The Last Interview, Wildflower, Cold November, Tulsa, Busman's Holiday, and Gasoline Alley. Haven't heard of them, and it's unsurprising. That wasn't me, that's what the article says. Okay. So yeah, duh is my answer to that. Like I said, I have been saying this for years. I have been saying how mainstream critics are just another byproduct of the forces in the entertainment industry, whether they be in Hollywood or New York City or Atlanta, Georgia, it doesn't matter. The Hollywood industry machine that encapsulates the film industry and the television industry, music industry, and now they're trying to get their tentacles into the video game industry. Yeah, we all knew this. This is why I always say I'm not a critic. I'm a reviewer. I don't look at the film in the backlog of history of cinema, or look at it and its impact on the history of cinema. I try to look at it from an audience perspective, and I'm not always successful. I don't represent the audience. I just try to look at it from that perspective and give my honest opinion. I try to look at it and say what I think, and I look at a film as it is, not as I want it to be or what even the filmmakers want it to be. So all this to say, I am not stunned by this. It's no surprise. My good friend Paul Rowland, who I've mentioned a couple of times on this channel, his film has barely gotten any traction with the critics. am I suggesting that this corruption at Rotten Tomatoes is responsible? Yes. Now, he did manage to get some on there. My review of his film is on IMDb, which is called Exemplum. It's for free on YouTube as well as on Tubi. You should definitely give it a watch. Not with the kids, though. This is one for the adults. But anyway, that's why I don't partake in these kinds of things, because I've seen the film industry's corruption going back all the way to Siskel and Ebert. And don't tell me those guys called it like it was. Read some of their grotesque reviews, some of the abhorrent reviews they wrote about good films that they called bad, or bad films that they called good. And I know a lot of people respect them, but I'm sorry, I just don't see the appeal. I don't see them as the progenitors to what I do. And you think about this, we already kind of had inklings of this when the bad reviews for Disney Star Wars stuff coming out. They would shut off comments, they would delete stuff, they accused the fans, the real Star Wars fans, by that I mean people who like the prequels and the original trilogy, of review bombing it with no evidence, by the way. And it's alleged that one of the victims of a negative attack as opposed to a positive attack was on Zack Snyder. I don't like Zack Snyder. I think he's arrogant. I think he's a jerk. I think he's a hack when it comes to filmmaking. That being said, his films shouldn't be reviewed based on something that because some film critic is pals with the powers that be at Warner Brothers. That's not the case. That's not how it is. It should be their honest opinion of his work, which is what I give. I don't like I said, I'll repeat, I don't like Zack Snyder, and I'll continue to call balls and strikes. Now, if I end up blanking Rebel Moon or whatever, I'll be honest and I'll say, I admit this film is good. Up until that point, it seems like he was the victim of this PR attack. And, it just goes to show you just how corrupt and how in bed the media is with the film industry. The mainstream media, they prop up their pals. They all donate to the same politicians. They all go to the same cocktail parties. They all donate to the same communist organizations. And instead of appreciating a television show or a film or a piece of music as it should be. And it happens to people on my side of the aisle as well. I've seen people give good reviews to terrible films. I remember, I won't name names, but basically, I've seen this happen. It's not unusual. It happens all the time. If you're looking for film reviewers that you can trust, go to HollywoodandToto.com, go to American Spectator, and look for Lou Aguilar. Check out my pal Tyler Hamal, who writes for Geeks Under Grace and several other places. They all three of them, even if I disagree with them about a film, and I have often, the three of them I truly believe give honest reviews and look at the film industry as it is. Now, like I said, I disagree with them often, but I still think the three of them are honest in how they approach movies. And obviously, Rotten Tomatoes is not, nor are the reviewers who are being posted there. This PR firm manipulated the score, and don't tell me for a minute that Rotten Tomatoes didn't know about it. They knew about it. They were probably getting kickbacks from it. And now that's alleged, but I have no doubt about it. The entire film review media, what some people call the access media, is in the tank for these power players in Hollywood. And that's just the way it is. If you want reviews of film, like I said, go to HollywoodandToto.com, go to Geeks Under Grace, go to the American Spectator, which is where Lou Aguilar writes, or check out my website, StudioJakeMedia.com. But as far as these other corrupt access media, the corporate press, leave them behind. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, that you'll leave me a comment and tell me what you think, that you'll share it out with your friends, and of course, consider subscribing to Studio Jake. I cover all kinds of nerd and pop culture topics, including film, television, anime, comic books, and so much more. I hope that you'll also head over to my main website, StudioJakeMedia.com, where I have even more news, views, and commentary. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, head over to my locals page. That's studiojakemedia.locals.com. It's the best way to support me. I'm trying to build a little community there. I have exclusive reviews and articles, so definitely head over there and check it out. And I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.